Okay, let's talk about the first voice. And this voice is the more commonly used voice that Cebuano speakers tend to go by or tend to express themselves in. It's also known as an actor focus, but the agent voice or agent voice, agent focus, agent trigger, actor voice, trigger focus, whatever, right? There's so much controversy around this that I'm not even a linguist. I just understand the concept and regurgitate the information, but all this controversy about naming and classification, I have nothing to do with it. So I just do the reading and the understanding and voila, right? So agent voice is one of the four voices in Cebuano when we talk about Austronesian alignment in Cebuano. And this is pretty much like an agent or an actor or somebody or something that's doing or performing the verb, right? Because this is again, voice is the relationship of the nouns and the verb and the pronouns and who's doing what and where and whatever, right? And they get marked. And they either get marked or they either get inflected by something. Something just changes to the word to make sure that they show relationship to the verb or the word or whatever. And hence, this is one of the voices, right? And it's responsible for doing the direct action of the verb or performing the verb, right? The one that's doing it, the doer. It's also like it can also be a noun that's doing something. So it's pretty much like a noun or person or pronoun that's doing or performing the verb. It's the main argument of the sentence, right? The main focus. And it's also has a direct intimate relationship to the verb. Why? Because it's the one that's actually performing the verb. So here the first example that I read, and this one I just actually got off the internet from a silly website, and it's Muluto si Maria og kalamay kang Pedro. And it means Maria is gonna cook kalamay for Pedro. Kalamay, for those of you who don't know, that's actually a kind of sweet little molasses kind of like dessert. Really delicious. I recommend you try it. Kalamay. So muluto si Maria og kalamay kang Pedro. And here's the relationship. So here's the verb, right? And then here is Maria. Maria is our main actor. She's our main agent. She's our main doer of the verb. That's why has an intimate relationship or close or direct relationship to the verb, right? She is what? What is she doing? She's doing the cooking, whereas Pedro is doing the receiving, and that's another voice that's like we can talk about another time in another video, but that's another thing that Pedro is doing. But here we're talking about the relationship between the agent and the verb. So here is our agent voice, right? Maria is cooking for Pedro. Next sentence is Mosakay si Raul og tren padulong sa Mati. Right? Raul is gonna ride a train going to Mati. Again, Mosakay si Raul. I can just leave it as Mosakay si Raul, period. And there you go. There's your argument. It's just one argument. Mosakay si Raul. There, he's gonna ride the train. And that's how we know that it's the relationship. So, nagkopya ang usa ka estudyante og nota, right? So the student copied the note or a note. Nagkopya ang usa ka estudyante og nota. So the student copied, right? One student copied. Ang usa ka estudyante, this is a relationship here. Nagkopya ang usa ka estudyante og nota. And this note here is what is the object that the student is copying, but here again, here is our relationship. Nagkopya, and here is estudiante, ang nota, ang estudiante, right? This is the direct relationship of the verb and the agent or the doer. There's not really much to talk about with Austronesian alignment. However, well, not Austronesian alignment, but with agent voice, I mean, it's pretty much straightforward. However, there are common affixes that do trigger the agent voice, right? And these are affixes that can contribute into using the absolutive case markers. So again, like your mo and mu, mang, mag. I'm not gonna say all of them, but these are just your common ones that you can use. And again, like for examples in the sentence, they triggered the use of the absolutive case markers, right? So again, be familiar with these common affixes that trigger an absolutive case marker, right? Because they generally tend to be on the written in the agent voice or an actor focus for some of you. All right.